some of these guys have really taken advantage of their situations and their opportunities, and Tim was one of those guys, and even, Treadwell being a veteran player, he showed up in the first half today, and it was really good to see, some of these young guys take advantage of the extended play time.
Did Lloyd come out of the game okay, and how did he play?
Came out of the game perfectly fine, came out strong and healthy. We wanted to get him, the first quarter at least. I think he played almost the first half, 25 or 6 snaps, and then did well, obviously from what I can see. We'll watch the tape on the way home, but he looked good, played fast, and that was good to see.
Is his task now just continue to get in condition for week 1? I mean, anything?
I think so. I think we just got to find out where he is health-wise, when we get back, and check him this week as we get back into practice.
How much is that spot still open? Chad seems like he's played pretty well throughout the month of August.
Yeah, I think it's just a great situation to be in with 2 young guys that can rotate. Really, you got three players to play 2 spots, which is good, and both those young players have been really good bright spots for us. Young players, ascending players that are going to have to play some meaningful snaps, obviously, for us during the regular season.
You can only control injuries so much, right? But you guys on paper look pretty healthy going into Washington.
Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We got a couple guys, bouncing back. Foley's a guy we got, try to get him healthy and get him back out there. And but other than that, yeah, I think we're pretty good coming out of camp and heading into the regular season.
Was today enough to decide kicker, or how does that work going forward now?
Well, I think it's enough to get on tape, but I don't think you can necessarily decide it. I think we got to figure that out maybe this week in practice and try to go from there. And make that decision, possibly Tuesday or something like that.
I know a lot of starters didn't, or most starters didn't play today, but after 4 of these things, how do you feel about your team going into it?
I feel good. I feel good about the starters. The way they've played the last couple of weeks and really have dominated when they were in there. And these guys today, had chances to really solidify some of the backup spots that we're looking for. And really trying to find some special teams guys that are willing to step up and play special teams, and that's what these games are all about, is to see who's willing to embrace that. But overall, I feel good about the starters, where they are, and how they are focused and ready to get this thing going.
Can you give us an idea what the next, 36, you got Sunday, Monday, so 48 hours until you break down that roster. What are they like for you and Trent?
Yeah, it's a chance to really evaluate the whole thing. We've got a couple days here to do that. We'll get in tomorrow and watch the tape with the players and make the corrections and all that. And players will be off on Monday, and we have till Tuesday at 4. But it's always tough at this time of year. And it's what I told the guys in there. It's a tough part of our business, and a lot of guys today. I think. Made a statement for, a possible roster spot or a practice squad spot. And those are all things that we have time to evaluate now here in the next couple of days.
Will you have coaches pound the table for certain players? Does it work that way, or are you pretty unanimous on
it'll work that way. We'll have some really good dialogue with the staff, the guys that have been coaching these players. And, at the end of the day, too, it's just the body of work and who really put their best foot forward, for us, and really too, we're not just talking 53. We're also talking, the 16 practice squad players, because we have some good young players that we definitely want to keep and develop, and so that's something we have to evaluate as well.
How much do things ramp up now that preseason's? Regular season's just a different animal, right? It
is. It's a completely different animal. Obviously game planning is everything, and just these guys are getting all the work. All the ones are getting the work in practice, and the young guys are going to be doing the look teams and running cards and all that kind of stuff. So, we've had experience of that during training camp. Some of the practices we've done that, and but yeah, it's a level of intensity that steps up a notch, and we just got to focus one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and not look anything, past that.
The stats weren't out of this world, but how did you think EJ did today?
I thought he did some good things. I did feel like maybe there were some things he, tried to press a little bit and try to make something happen, which sometimes young players can do that, especially the quarterback. But thought overall he made some really good decisions, some good throws, played tough, played physical, took some shots there in the second half, and just something he can learn from.
And to get an entire game of snaps, even in the preseason, doesn't come along every day for
It doesn't. It doesn't come along, and I think even with Atlanta, with Ritter, playing well into the fourth quarter too. I mean, that's what they need to see. You need to see that from young guys, young quarterbacks, and how they can handle some of the pressure and playing with not really the starters, and just being able to manage and get out of the huddle, getting guys lined up. I've been there. I understand what that's like to direct traffic a little bit, but I thought he was able to handle that pretty well. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.